Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS that rule well. Peace and salutations to all the Akim out in the four corners, teaching the truth and sincerity. It's the Stasha Kwama of the GMS Guys Camp, here with the brother.
Rock, shalom.
Coming at you with a quick hit, a quick lesson, a quick understanding. Just jumping into the spirit, because the times that we're in, all these fun and games, they're over. All right, how about Shemai Shai is about to execute holy judgment on this earth, so we can live forever with Him in the kingdom of heaven. All right, and these are things that we hope for. All right, these are things that the elect has been hoping for since they have been on this earth. All right, so I'm just going to jump straight into the scriptures, and our Rathazai is edifying unto the hopeful elect. You got something to say? Okay.
You wanted me to read something?
2nd Ezra chapter 6.
Go on. Well, you want me to start 26?
Started at 27, Bakushai.
Go on. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared."
See, Yahweh by Shemai Shai is about to declare the truth, because he knows the end from the beginning. All right, so this whole time that we've been in captivity, Yahweh by Shemai Shai knew that the elect had to go through it to get to the kingdom, okay? Because we had to know what evil was, not to execute it on the earth anymore, okay? And we had to see our enemy for who he is, which is Esau, Edom, and all these other nations, all right? Because it was 17 nations that was against the elect, the righteous. They took us down once, and you can read about that in that Psalm 83. But now, Esau is trying to keep the elect from flourishing, just like he has done this whole time in his kingdom, all the way from the Greeks, all the way up until now. Bakusha, you got something?
Yeah, backing up a point that you said, because Yahweh Shemai Shai is a power of balance.
Done.
Isaiah 45:7, I create, the darkness and the light, good and evil.
Yeah.
Roughly paraphrasing. So if we're being conformed into the image of Yahweh Shai, who is the spitting image of the Heavenly Father, that means we're also going to be balanced, like the brother has said. But this is Genesis 3 and 5. And I'll start at verse 4. It says, "And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." And that's basically what we've learned here in captivity. We've learned how not to rule and operate the planet Earth. And we've had to marinate in the wickedness, in the mismanagement,
and the folly,
right?
Because folly is set in great dignity. The evil, the righteous sit in a low place.
Yep.
All right, because we transgress the law, statutes, and commandments of the Yahweh Shemai Shai. We transgress the will, and with that, since we did that, we had to be punished according to it. All right, because it was against the law of the Yahweh Shemai Shai. And since we were punished, Esau and the other nations have tried their best to keep us in that low state, that low mind state. That's the next Bakusha. Could you pull that Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Chapter 50, verse 6.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. And I'm going to start at verse 1. I'm going to jump down to 6. It says, "The word of the Lord, or the word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet."
See, and that's ancient Babylon. But this is Babylon the Great, so it still applies. Baruch Shah.
Yep. verse. You said you wanted verse 6.
Yes, Baba Kasha. Start at 6 and 7.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 6. It says, "My people have been a lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place."
See, and that's what these other nations have done. All right, they have caused us to be, cattle, to be goyim, and to be treated as such, treated as animals. All right, so we couldn't come back to the understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They let us what's that word, go about. They let us act like brute beasts. And then they got rich off of us being dumb to the fact. Mm-hmm. And that's what this whole world was about. Mm-hmm. Now, after all this, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to set this whole place in order. We can pull that too later. Bible shot.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 7. It says, "All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offended not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers."
And see, that's what Esau did. He put his hand on our book. All right, he allowed all this to happen because he despised that the elect, his brother, got the birthright. All right, and since his brother got the birthright, he wanted to put holy hell on us. All right, it talks about that in that Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10. It talks about that in Genesis as well. But not to go on a tirade and going off in other scriptures. But that's why Yahweh Shemai Ashai is going to come. He's going to come and set the people in order. And all that's going to be done through the Spirit. I'm going to pull the Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8. Mm-hmm. I perceive Wisdom of Solomon 8 and I think it's 14. Mm-hmm. Because it's like it.
Good,
here it is right here. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8 verse 14. It says, "I shall set the people in order," because Yahushua is coming to set the people in order. He's coming to divide the sheep from the lambs. Well, the goats from the sheep. So like the sheep, man. Inside joke. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 14. It says, "I shall set the people in order, and the nations shall be subjected unto me." So Yahweh Shemai Ashai is going to set everything in proper order. And that's going to come whenever the kingdom is established. Okay? Right now, it's established in us, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shemai Ashai that has entered into the souls of the elect. As it says in the Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10, 38, I'll pull that next. But I'll finish this out. It says, "Horrible tyrants shall be afraid when they do but hear of me. I shall be found good among the multitude and valiant in war." Because Yahweh Shemai Ashai is going to be walking around as that mighty demon-like power. And he's going to put that power upon his elect to execute judgment. Okay? These other nations, whenever a man of the Lord touches the earth knows that, one of the elect seed is there. Okay? And then the people will know because it's going to be holy hell that's going to be exuded, around about.
I got a precept.
Baba Shah.
This is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10.
My man.
It says, verse 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy." All right, but this is the point of verse 11. All right, and the spirit of prophecy has everything to do with the falling and risings of kingdoms. That's what this thing is all about. All right, a change in rulership.
Changing of the guard.
Mm-hmm. This is Revelation 19 and 11. It says, "And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness doth he judge and make war." So that precept right there, that's the main idea of why Yahushua is coming back. He's not coming back just to, float in the sky and just be a spectacle. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's an invasion.
Yeah.
This is a global conquest that's getting ready to happen by who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. You got it, Doc.
Yeah. That word righteousness. All right. So Yahweh Shemel Ashai is coming back to show righteousness upon the earth. Mm-hmm. So if he's coming back to show righteousness, what has been appointed upon the earth in these times? It's been straight wickedness. Mm-hmm. All right. As we can tell through Esau, Edom. All right. I was going to pull that Revelations 12, 12 and 10.
Come on. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night."
So Esau, Edom has accused the righteous. He has accused, he's throwing out accusations, to allow us to be blinded from the fact that Yahweh Shemel Ashai is coming. He has, read it again, Baruch.
Revelation 12 and 10, it says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night."
So he has been accusing the elect. Esau, Edom has been accusing the elect, so they do not see their shine. He doesn't want to see the glory, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shemel Ashai flourish in the land. Okay, and since he has brought up this, mindset, Yahweh Shemel Ashai is going to come back and judge him for that. Everything is going to be done for the strength and power of Yahweh Shemel Ashai. And the elect that's been going through it over here on this side.
Yep. So if I may, prepare for accusations, prepare for persecutions, prepare to be the most wanted poster. You know what I'm saying? Circulating on the internet.
Your picture.
Right, your picture or video of you saying some
off the wall shit.
Some off the wall shit.
well, because now they got AI. AI can generate a picture of you, right, saying some shit that you don't even say, because they got your likeness, they got your voice, they have everything but your spirit. That's the only thing that Esau can't, change or tamper with, is who you are as a person. Who Yahweh Shemel Ashai made you to be. Hey, Papa Kushai, can I pull one more? Could you pull that Sirach chapter 13, verse 12? And yeah.
Come on, this is Sirach chapter 13 and verse 12. It says, but cruelly he will lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee hurt and to put thee in prison. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awaken thy sleep.
Awaken thy sleep. Because these are the things that we're talking about, that accusation. Okay? Esau, Edom, he's coming to take your words, to turn them into something else, probably flip them, because reverse racism is a thing now. Before, I thought, that was not so. But now Esau Edom has gone full blown,
Mm.
you know, and he's going to take that, make you out to be an enemy of the state, you know, and try to kill you, you know. That's what that's a hidden message right there, man. That's only for the elect. About Bashar, could you read 14?
Come on. Sirach 13 and 14, it says, love the Lord all thy life and call upon him for thy salvation.
You know, love Yahweh Shem Shai all your life. Because Yahweh Shem Shai will save his elect. He will save the ones that diligently seek after him. You know? But you got anything else?
Mm-mm.
All right, so water for listening. With that, you know, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakodash. You know, shalom and shalom. Keep fighting, Israel. Keep fighting.
Shalom.